You know what time it is? It's TFNation time. Oh, hello, you insouciant long pigs. It is me, your humble host, Soundwave SG1. You know, it's a new sensation of TFNation video. Yes, 241. 241, there we are. What the fuck was that for? I'm not Ted Rogers, for fuck's sake. Now, there's a name, unless you're a certain age, you'll never get. You know, so yeah. Yes, more fucking videos, yeah. I have been lacking. If you saw my last video, you'll understand why. But this is do's and don'ts of TFNation, of convention etiquette, you see. So, let's get a crack in, shall we let's? So, I'm going to start with food. Now, food. Make sure you eat. I know it's a silly thing to say, but it's because you're busy. You may have had a few drinks during the day, you may be this, that, you're tired, and you're this, and you go in there, panel there, dealer's room, sitting in the bar, talking to people, blah, blah, and you're a million places at once, right? I know it's happened to me. But make sure you eat, you know, make sure you go for food. Don't sit there without anything. I'll come to money as well in a minute. I've just got to write that one down. Because that ties into money, but I always take snacks. There's nothing wrong with getting like a, chew Pringles or, biscuits, fruit, plenty of fruit, eat fruit, fruit's good, apples, something you can grab and snack on real quick, like apples, grapes, oranges are good as well, vitamin C, you see. Yeah, anything like that's great. Fantastic, great stuff. Like I said, whatever tickles your fancy. Just make sure you've got some, because when you're out and about and you need energy. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and hotel breakfast. Oh my lordy lord! One of the best things of staying in a hotel is hotel breakfast. And if you've never been before, the hotel breakfast is just fucking fantastic. I absolutely love it. Because my theory is, well, it's not theory, it's practice. Eat a big breakfast to the point of almost too much, because like I said, you'll be out and about doing stuff and you need to burn your energy off, you see. So a nice greasy fried breakfast is always good. But if that's not your bag, they do cereals, they do toast, croissants, you can get continental breakfast, there's vegetarian options and stuff like that. So whatever flicks you switch, you can have for breakfast, you see. Or you can have one of everything if you so choose. You can have sorry, my back hurts as well. It's because I've been playing a lot of video games and I tend to hunch, so I'm trying to, keep up, you see. Anyway, yeah, so it's a good thing to, have snacks and try and have healthy snacks. There's nothing wrong with having a few crisps and that as well, and some fruit and stuff. They do fruit in the dealers, in breakfast as well, so you can always grab an handful of fruit and take it up to your room. Because I do that quite a lot when I'm there. And they do a fantastic fucking mango juice. It's delicious, but they only give you them little tiny little fucking cups and you gone. And you can get like teas, coffees, fruit juice and stuff, like everything. Just big glass of water is usually good as well. Pot noodles are good because there's usually a kettle in the room and you can have a quick snack upstairs, So yeah, so it's good. So make sure you've got plenty of food. You've got plenty of money to buy food, because we'll be going out places, and if you've never been before, there's a just right near the hotel. You can eat at the hotel, but I recommend going to Resort World, which is like literally about a 2 minutes walk. It's just right near where the hotel is, and they do everything. They've got like Pizza Express in there, TGI Fridays, a Five Guys. There's a Korean place, a Japanese place. Pizza. I've said Pizza Express, but there's loads of other ones as well. Whatever you tickles your fancy, go. And there's usually a big gang of us that go. So feel free to join. You see. Yeah. So okay. So that brings us on to monies. Cash dollars and rupees and euros and pounds or whatever denomination you use. In the UK, it's pounds. money. Now, this is important because if you've never been to one of these before and this is your first year, it is it's very tempting to go in that dealer's room and lose your mind, because I did it. 2009, the first year I ever went to one of these, I lost my fucking mind and splooged. Bought the whole dealer's room, spent nearly £1,000, and then I was a bit stuck for the rest of the weekend. I was not overly stuck because I got paid that Friday, and luckily I had money to buy food and stuff. So yeah, it's my advice is, like I say, it comes to the dealer's room, which I'll branch into this as well. So the dealer's room, there's nothing wrong with going around a couple of times before you buy something, unless there's something that you desperately want, because there's that temptation of going straight to a dealer that you see first that has the thing that you want, and it's say 50 quid, and then you go to a couple of tables down, they want the same thing for 30 quid, and you could have saved yourself £20. You see what I'm saying? So it's always best to have a wander around, see who's got the best prices. Usually they're roughly the same. I've never known it to be drastically priced like that, but you never know. You might get a new dealer, for example, who doesn't know, might whack the prices up. So it's well worth, just like I say, play Monopoly, go around a couple of times, and then because it's nice to see what's there for one. And then you can always pre-order stuff as well. I'm sure if you message the dealers, I'm sure they'll sort of pre-order out for you. I don't know if they're going to do that this year, but if you're cheeky enough, they might go, well, we'll save that for you. But it's always worth an ask at least, isn't it? So like I said, money. My advice is to keep 100 quid. Just keep 100 quid in your wallet or in your bank or wherever, because if something might go wrong, there might be an emergency, you might lose your train ticket, your bus ticket, and you've got to pay for another, journey home, or petrol, so there's always that. Plus, if nothing goes wrong, then great, there's nothing wrong with. Another good time to go in the dealer's room is just when they start to pack up. If you can go in there real quick, you might be able to get a couple of deals. If somebody's selling something like 30, you might go, well, you accept 20, and they might go, yeah, go on then. Don't do that toy for. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so to make sure you've got plenty of money, basically, money for robots, money for drinks, money for food, and money for emergency. Because you never know. It's good advice. Says me who's never got any fucking money. Like I said, it comes back to the dealer's room again. Basically, the dealer's room is, there is that, like I said earlier about with the money, there is that temptation to spend it all in one go. Try not to do that. Try and have like I say, wander around first and see who's got the best deal on things. Because like I said, the worst thing in the world is buying something straight away, going to the next table, and they've got it for cheaper. It's shit. Yeah. So there's that. Also, try not to be a dick either. Like for example, if you see something like a loose figure in a bag, and you pick it up and you go, oh, that's really cool. I'm not sure though. I'm really not sure. And then you put it down, right? Okay, it's fair game because you put it back down. But if you're the person next to that person who's put it down, and then you just grab it and pay for it and run away, that's not cool. Wait till, if they don't actually want it in the end, wait till they've walked away, then do it. Because they might just put it down to get the money out of the bag or the purse or the pocket or whatever, right? Don't be that guy, because it has been known to happen. You know what I mean? I've never witnessed it myself. I've heard reports. So don't be that guy. Also, as well, is try. Do whatever you need to do. Go whichever direction you want to go in. But try and keep out of people's ways at the same time. I know it's not easy because everybody's crowded around the table, but try and get everybody in and out, as quickly as you can, because it's going to be busy. It's going to be warm, which I'll get back onto another category for that. Yes, Rich, I can already hear you fucking giving me shit down the fucking internet for. Yeah. So there's, just don't be a dick. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Is be cool, be respectful for people. If you want to buy something, that's absolutely fine. But like I say, make sure that you've got the best deal and all that sort of stuff. Because you know, so there's that. Yeah. Anyway, so next thing is Toifu. Now, for those who don't know, Toifu scour the universe for like the rarest of the rare stuff. They've had the likes of Monstructor on there, complete. They've had Black Zarak, which I bought, a Star Saber, which I bought. So they get quite a lot of obscure Japanese stuff. They did have a Grandis one year, which is like rocking horse shit to find, quite honestly, because that's my next holy grail is Grandis, because of course it is. So yeah, if you want rare G1s, Toifu is the place to go. But also, just buy from Toifu. Hashtag must buy from Toifu. Now the reason I say that is, like I say, for those who don't know, for those who know, you know. For those who don't know, and it's your first year this year, Toifu also donate to charity. So once they cover their costs, every profit they make goes to charity, because they've made something like, is it like 70 grand or something over the years for charity, which is amazing. So go to Toifu, buy something, even if it's just 50 pence, or even just donate a fiver, just give something to Toifu, buy something from Toifu, because that way, it's for Mary's Meals, and they make sure that kids get food, basically. They make sure they get 3 meals a day in the poorest countries and stuff. So they do great work. So two things: you can continue collecting obsession, and you're helping people at the same time. So that's great. You need to do that. So you must buy from Toifu. Hashtag you must buy from Toifu. Because Nick Davidson and the rest of the gang, like I say, they just where they come up with this shit, I have no idea. Oh, excuse me. Like I say, I got a complete G1 Star Saber in a box. I got a Black Zarak, not complete, but I own a Black Zarak, a G1 Black Zarak, which not many people do, So yeah, so like I say, the good lads and lasses on that table. So go, you must buy from Toifu. So okay, now we're gonna get to autographs, because they are doing a different thing this year. In previous years, they haven't charged for autographs, but they are doing it for this year. For Sue Blue, basically, that's a separate thing altogether. But when you're in the dealer's room and you want an autograph, right? Say David Sobolov, for example, he's done a million things, right, over the years. There's nothing wrong with getting 2 or 3 things signed, right? Because the ones in the dealer's room won't be charging per autograph. As far as I know, anyway. They might have changed that. I'll have to double check. Double check. No, there's no thing on there, is there? Just double checking. Excuse me. No, it's only for Sue Blue, but basically, like I said, you go into the queue and you've got 2 or 3 things to get signed. Great, right? Because that way you can sign 2 or 3 things and say hello, thanks for coming, blah blah blah. Come in photo, yes, no problem. You with the guest, I don't know, a couple of minutes, right? Feel free to ask them questions, anything like that, but don't hold the queue up. Don't be asking him a series of questions that requires an essay of an answer back, right? Don't be doing that. That's what those panels are for, right? But if you've got a quick question and just say, how you like in the UK or blah blah blah, that sort of stuff, fine, all day. But yeah, so because the thing is, well, don't go to the queue with a pile of stuff this big. Don't go with your entire IMDb list in your hand, because you don't want to be the guy behind that, right? And then that holds the queue and gets longer and longer because they're signing everything. Just 2 or 3 things. There's nothing wrong with going back and joining the end of the queue again, going back and signing a few more things, because you don't want to be behind. You do not want to be behind. It has happened. I have seen it, not necessarily at TFN, but I have seen it at other cons. They've gone with a stack of stuff and people stood there waiting, for an autograph that will take you 2-3 minutes. Go, thank you, I'm off, and doing the rest of the catching a panel, for example. So I was at a Buffy convention once years ago, and my train was due in 15 minutes, and I hadn't got whose autograph was it? I can't even remember. Somebody famous, and I'm like, I've been studying this queue ages because some people have been like all this kind of stuff in. Annoyed me, that really did, and that's why I say it. Just 2 or 3 things fine. Nothing wrong with joining the back of the queue again. Okay. So it comes to guests as well. If they're in the bar having a drink, feel free to go up to say hello. But if they're on their own having something to eat, leave them be. Just let them, because don't forget they're working and they need time off too. So give them the space. If you see them walking in the corridor, say hello. Nothing wrong with that. And if they want to chat, they'll chat. There's not, like I say, when they're in the bar and stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't. Yeah, like I say, if they're having a lunch or just having a quick coffee and stuff, just leave them be. You can say hi as you walk past, but just leave them be. Because if you're at work and you're you're on your break, the last thing you want to do is deal with a customer. Yeah, you know what I mean. So just if you see them having 5 minutes, give them the 5 minutes. But like I said, there's nothing. If you see them at breakfast, say hello. All that sort of stuff. But don't come over to them and go, can you sign this, please? That's what the autograph queues are for. So anyway, that's the bit on the guests. Now here's one. Yes, Rich, be ready. Hygiene is important, because last TFN was like 40 degrees, wasn't it? And it was just horrendous. It was just unpleasant as all hell. The convention was great. I had fun and great, but the heat was just unbearable. So shower, please, for the love of God, go and have a shower or a bath, but just be clean, because if it's like that again this year, it's going to be a nightmare. Because I get super paranoid. It's probably all in my head, but you start sweating and you feel your t-shirt getting wet, and it's nice to go cool down as well. I'll get onto that in a moment, but it's nice to go have a cool down, change your t-shirt, and just have a chill out upstairs in a minute for a bit. But yeah, because you don't want to be the smelly bastard, dear. You don't want to be that guy that nobody speaks to because they're smelly and they wear the same t-shirt over and over again over the 5 days in a row. You don't want to be that guy, and you don't want to be sat next to that guy, do you? Or girl, but it's you've got to shower, you've got to do it, and it takes 2 minutes, 5 minutes at most. You walk past the bathroom to leave your room, just in there first, shower, get dry, get dressed, shower, deodorant, yes, make friends with it, deodorant. Yeah, so whatever your choice of deodorant is, great. I use Lynx because I'm a 14-year-old boy, apparently. But it does last, for me, it lasts 24 hours, even though I'll have about a million fucking showers while I'm there. And I always buy fresh stuff as well, so usually the Wednesday before, I go get my shower gel, my deodorant, my toothpaste, usually probably a fresh toothbrush as well, because I always do that. And it's nice to have a full tin, brand new tin that you open there and it's ready to go. Because it's happened before. I picked up a can thinking, oh, there's plenty in there. Got to TFN and it's ran out, and I've had to run out in the morning to find a fucking somewhere that's open that sells deodorant. It has happened. But yeah, it's just, I think it's a bit rude sometimes if you don't have a shower, and you stink as well, like audibly. It's not even the right bit. What's the word? Well, you just smell basically in the air, and it smells so bad that it lingers as well, and you don't want to be, oh, that guy over there, he fucking stinks him, don't speak to him. You might be the nicest kid in the world, but just go and have a fucking shower. It takes 5 minutes. Come on, do it. Yes, Rich, I know. And then we come to having a rest. It can be overwhelming. I mean, you can be buzzing. You can get to a point where you're knackered and you just want 5 minutes. And usually I'll go up to the room with stuff I've bought, have a quick sit down, probably a shower, and have a look at the stuff I've got, and then a cup of tea, snack, comes back to food again. And it's because you need it. You do need it. Sometimes just go for a walk. Get out of the thing, because it can be overwhelming. Your senses are on, because that dealer's room is loud. There's all voices. The bar is loud, bright. Sometimes you just need to get out of it. Even if it's just to go upstairs. And just like I say, just chill out for a minute, open a can of Coke or something, and have a glug. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. It's just nice to have a rest. Like I say, it's just go up there for an hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I tend to go up whenever I need it, really. It's not like I go, right, I'm going up at 12:30 and going for a rest for half an hour. No, it's just whenever I need it, because, like I said, it's just nice to just break away, and sit down and chill out and have a rest, And what else? Oh, yes, important one, booze. Now, the bar will be expensive. I'm telling you now, it's been expensive every year, but with everything going up, it's going to be even more expensive this year. I reckon at least almost a tenner for a pint in that bar. I will put fucking money on it. I'll be surprised if it's not. So my advice is take booze, put it up in your room, okay? Don't come downstairs, drink it upstairs. Do not come downstairs with it like a can and open it in the bar. Don't be that guy either. Like I said, I have seen it happen. I'm not going to name names, but I have seen it happen. It hasn't happened recently, but I have seen it done. And I think, and of course, it's kind of a fuck you to the hotel, basically. But if it's in your room, fine. You drink all you want up there. But yeah, it's not on. If you're going up to your room, bringing back down a can of Stella or whatever, it's not cool. Same with Cokes as well. If you don't drink and you're just having Coke, by all means drink upstairs, but don't bring it down. I think it's sensible, but it's also like a fuck you to the bar. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying. Just don't, because they'll stop giving us, because they might give us discounts. Sometimes they have, sometimes they haven't, and you don't want to jeopardise that for next year. Because they might just go, nah, fuck it, stop it. Like I said, they might have a deal in place. I'm not saying they will, but it has happened before. We've had a deal on, So it's worth just sticking and leave it up in your room. Go upstairs, have a drink, come back down, no problem. While you get in a shower, see, maybe. But if you don't drink, then whatever. It's But, and the last thing, and this is the most important thing, have fun. Have fucking fun. This is one of the best weekends you'll have. If you've never been before, it's going to be amazing. With the guests, with everything they've got planned. Like I say, the panels, the RoboSend panel is going to be really interesting to see. And then, going in that dealer's room and coming out with something cool, it's going to be, you're going to have a lot of fun. Like I said, we go Thursday night just to get an extra night with people. Usually make that games night. Like somebody will have Cards Against Humanity. I'm going to have some other games this year too. I've got a Star Trek Next Generation one called Flux. It's a little card game. I've also got it's under there. There's another one. I can't remember what to call it now, but it's like a drinking game, but done in like a card game at the same time. So it's like you pick a hero, and you got to fight an epic battle, and then you got to answer questions or do random things, and then if you don't do, you got to take a drink and stuff like that. It's quite fun. It was created in Hull, yes. Beer quest, something like that. But yeah, it's yeah. So like I say, have fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see you guys. Like I say, I have had the worst year ever this year. So I really need a blowout. I really need to see my friends and my TFN fam, and just basically just have a right good laugh, and not care for 4 days you know, what my life's back at home. You know, I can be sad when I come home, because there's always that melancholy coming home, you know, on the bus, because I hate coming home on that bus. It's horrendous. Because going there is different because you're excited to get there. You know, it's going and you're excited all the way there. And then you get, you know, you have the weekend, brilliant weekend, fantastic, good times, blah, blah. And then Monday morning you get up and it's all the melancholy. Okay, I'm going to wait till next year now, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then, yeah, it's... And then coming home on that bus, especially if it's fucking boiling as well. Oh, no. No. And then it takes like hours to get home, and you just want to get home now. You know, you've had enough. You want to get home. You know, till next year. You know, and then it happens all again. So anyway, that's me. That's me prattled on for ages and ages and ages. So I can't wait. I will see all you glorious bastards in about 40 days. I just, like I said, I just can't wait. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, I forgot to put this on the last video. Like what I do, like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tell me when I've got new content out. And, more importantly, thanks for all the new subscribers. Means a lot, really does. And if you're in a position to help out the channel, why not consider donating to my Patreon, which should be up here. I've got some cool rewards over there, and you'll not only get your name in the credits, you'll garner my eternal gratitude. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.